I love working with young people. I always have. I hope that I always will. And part of the fun for me is when I get to be around people who have worked with young people for years upon years. And I love to sit down with them, hopefully enjoy a good cup of tea or something where we can just be relaxed and I can talk to them about what it's been like on their journey. And I had this opportunity to meet with someone who'd been in youth ministry for over 50 years, which is crazy to me. I feel like I've been working with teenagers for about 16, 17 years, but 50 years, you're very committed. And I just had this one burning question inside of me. I was like, I wanted to find out, what one piece of advice would you give me? What one thing would you, oh wise man who's seen everything that there could ever be or could ever happen when you work with students, what one thing would you tell me so that I can work with students all the days of my life? And I sit down with him, and he only tells me 3 words, and it wasn't anything that I expected whatsoever. But he just turned, and with these wonderfully compassionate, intense eyes that you knew had so much wisdom, but also just a lot of care and compassion for that moment. And he turned to me and he just said, feel God's love. Now, I expected he was going to give me books to read, podcasts to listen to, great advice for how to handle hard situations. But all he said was, feel God's love. And he went on to share, and the basis of it was, if you want to work with people, if you want to love others, you need to be a conduit of the greatest love that there is out there, which means you need to feel it for yourself. And the more that you feel God's love, you're going to feel confident in who you are and in things that He's called you to do. All you need to do in life is feel God's love. And that would be the top thing that I would want you to know. Number 1, if you can feel God's love, I'm not talking just being able to have this emotional high or have this moment in which you're always walking on cloud 9. That's not the point. The point is, I want you to have that connection, because I think he was right. If you know, not just knowing it, not just that mental assent of, yes, God loves me, but feeling it and letting that be what moves you, what directs your passion, what guides your life, the thing that makes you make the right choices and choices on behalf of others and choices to stand up for yourself. If you can feel God's love, you're going to know how to do things with the right motivation and the right heart, because you know what it's like to receive such a tremendous and great thing. Ephesians 3:14-19 says this. For this reason, see, Paul is getting to his top 10, the reasons why it's important for him to share with those he's writing to. For this reason, I kneel before the Father, from whom every family in heaven and on earth derives its name. And I pray that out of His glorious riches, He may strengthen you with the power of His Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. And I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power, together with all the Lord's holy people, to know, to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know that this love surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. What is he saying? I think he's saying the same thing this mentor told me. Feel God's love. I know that you're going to have the power to make it through life. If you have that fullness of Christ living inside of you, you're going to have that fullness if you understand, if you can grasp, not just with knowledge, but grasp how wide, how high, how great is the love of Christ. And when you can know that inside of yourself, when that is deeply embedded into your identity and who you are, you're going to make it in life, because you know that you're loved. And inside of that love, you know that you're going to be taken care of, that you have a friend, that you have someone who's going to be there for you, that you have a counselor, that you have this security of being loved. And that would be the first thing that I would want for you.